It's been about 35 days since this Doge experiment, and I went into the experiment open-minded. I hate government waste. I have a constituency where 40% of the people I represent were born outside of the United States. And for most of them to go through a pathway of citizenship, they have to do it almost entirely through paper and pen. It's insane. Paper and pen. Hundreds of pages that the federal government makes you fill out, send in, and if you make the tiniest mistake, they send it back to you, they don't proceed, they freeze, and you have to refile by paper and pen. It's maddening. It's not the way that we should have an immigration system, and actually it allows many on the right to weaponize against us that we can't process the best immigration cases and make sure that we get rid of the ones that don't meet our standards. We should digitize entirely the immigration system. Entirely. It would expedite it. For people going into senior service in government, it can take up to 80 hours to fill out the employment qualifications and paperwork, many of it by paper and pen. And that's a disincentive to get the best to want to serve. I hate inefficiency. I hate government waste. I want to find savings. Elon Musk has invented technologies that have benefited my constituents. The Tesla plant is in the city of Fremont, a city that I represent. The plant's just outside the part of the city that I have. He's a brilliant scientist. SpaceX, Tesla. I'm excited to see where Neuralink goes. Starlink has helped many people in rural areas. But Elon Musk's job has always been a duty to investors and shareholders. It's not been to people who need the help that the government delivers. Healthcare security, economic security. He's never had to do that. I'll put aside what his motives are for wanting to be so deep into our Treasury payment system, and we'll reserve judgment for a later day, whether it's through attorneys general who investigate or lawsuits that are brought or a Democratic majority to understand whether he was financially benefiting as this happens. I'll put those motivations aside and just say he's not qualified and doesn't understand what people expect from government. So I hate to say this, but it's time to ditch Doge. Or the dad joke in me would say, for Doge, it's time to Goge. It's not working. It's not keeping us safe. They made cuts to the CDC as we have a measles outbreak in Texas and people are dying. They made cuts to the FAA as planes keep crashing, and there was a near collision just yesterday. They cut the bird flu monitors as bird flu is running rampant and the cost of eggs keep going up. They cut the Forest Service as California continues to suffer from wildfires. They actually cut nuclear scientists, leaving our nuclear weapons vulnerable. They've cut FBI agents as we started the year with an awful terrorist attack in New Orleans. They're forcing resignations at the CIA, the very individuals who are supposed to be guardians and on watch for terrorism across the world. They made cuts to CISA as our small businesses are being ransacked by ransomware actors. Our veterans services are being cut. My friends, our veterans are not waste. And yesterday, in this building, in the spirit of Doge, $800 billion of cuts largely to healthcare services that 32% of Americans rely on. It's time to ditch Doge. It's not made us safer, it's endangered us more. We haven't seen any savings, while there are a lot of questions about whether individuals who are in charge of Doge are benefiting. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Gentleman yield.